They've done a great job of rigging this. They've done a great job of rigging this league. The league, they're not even being subtle. They're not even being subtle. Oh my God, this is embarrassing. This is embarrassing.
The moment we've all been waiting for has finally arrived. Stephanie White just went off on WNBA referees in a way we've never seen before. And honestly, it was long overdue. The disrespect against Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever has been building for weeks. But this time, somebody actually said what we've all been thinking. And she didn't hold back for a single second. Imagine being fouled over and over again with no whistle, shoved in transition, hacked on layups, and then having to smile in post-game interviews like nothing's happening. Well, Caitlin Clark is done smiling. Stephanie White is done being polite. And the Indiana Fever are done staying silent. And when I tell you that Stephanie torched those refs in front of the entire sports world, I'm talking about live post-game interviews, reporters' jaws on the floor, and the entire internet erupting. This wasn't just a complaint. It was a declaration of war on bad officiating. And the best part? It's about to change the entire narrative around the WNBA forever. If you thought Caitlin Clark was just gonna sit there and take it, think again. It's time to break down exactly what happened. Let's get into it.
I can't believe what I'm about to say. The Indiana Fever, with the strongest, loudest, most intimidating home court advantage in all the WNBA, just got robbed at home. I saw it with my own two eyes live on CBS.
The disrespect, how it all started. The disrespect against Caitlin Clark didn't just happen overnight. No, this has been building for weeks, and honestly, it's been brewing ever since she entered the WNBA. From the moment she put on that Indiana Fever jersey, there's been a target on Caitlin's back. Not just from opposing players who wanted to test her, but from the refs, the media, and even parts of the WNBA establishment itself. Let's not sugarcoat it. Caitlin brought millions of new fans to the league, sold out arenas, record-breaking viewership, jersey sales through the roof. And what did she get in return? Blatant fouls, hard screens that bordered on dangerous, elbows to the gut, and the refs? More often than not, they swallowed their whistles. But this wasn't just about physical play. It was about disrespect on the grandest stage. Opposing coaches were openly making shady comments. Players were giving her cheap shots and daring anyone to call them out. And worst of all, game after game. No protection. No consistency, no justice, until now. Because Stephanie White just said what Caitlin Clark was probably thinking all season long. Enough is enough.
But I will just say the lopsided officiating was absolutely insane.
The moment. Stephanie White finally goes off. Let's talk about the moment that broke the internet. After yet another brutal game filled with missed calls, hard fouls, and obvious bias, Fever head coach Stephanie White stepped up to that post-game podium, and you could feel the tension. She didn't even wait for a full question. Her eyes locked in, her jaw tightened, and she let it fly. At some point, enough is enough. Our players deserve better. Caitlin Clark deserves better. The fans deserve better. And just like that, boom. The floodgates opened. No coach in recent WNBA history has spoken that directly about officiating on a national stage. This wasn't coded language. This wasn't hints or passive-aggressive side comments. This was an open call-out of the entire refereeing system. And what happened next? Social media exploded.
This is another year and another case of WNBA referees dropping the ball, not making the right calls when it comes to Caitlin Clark.
Phone receipts. All the times Caitlin was disrespected. To really understand why this moment hit so hard, we have to go back through the receipts. Because this isn't the first time Caitlin Clark has been disrespected on the court. Here's just a short list of what's been going down. Elbows to the face. Remember that brutal clip where Caitlin got elbowed and the ref just stood there blinking like nothing happened? Millions of fans saw that replay. It was obvious. No call. Hard screens. Accidentally blindsiding her. Some of these screens didn't even look legal. Opposing players lowered shoulders, threw hips, followed through with arms. And guess who didn't get to the free throw line? Caitlin? Trash talking. Without repercussions. Players chirping in her face all game long, shoving, pushing off, trying to get under her skin. And yet, the refs didn't control the game. Technical fouls for minor things. Meanwhile, Caitlin got hit with techs for things other players do every night without consequence. And every single time, silence from the officials. Crickets from the league. Caitlin was expected to deal with it. Not anymore.
I feel like I'm getting hammered. I don't know. I appreciate Christy getting a tech too. I don't know.
Why the media has been silent? Until no. Where's another twist in this whole drama? Why was the media ignoring this story until Stephanie White spoke up? Let's be real. Parts of the sports media world don't like Caitlin Clark's success. Why? Because she's dominating a space where they didn't expect a new star to take over so quickly. She's changing the economics of women's sports. And with that kind of rapid rise comes jealousy, comes resentment, comes pushback. Some reporters tried to spin the narrative. Caitlin just needs to adjust to the physicality of the league. This happens to all rookies. Maybe she's just soft. But here's the truth. The WNBA has never seen a player bring this kind of global attention before. Not in this way, not this fast. And rather than celebrate that, parts of the sports establishment decided to gaslight the audience into thinking what they were seeing wasn't real. Stephanie White shattered that lie in one press conference.
Like, even in the playoffs last year, do we not remember when Caitlin Clark is shooting a layup and she's in the air and Marina Mabrey commits a block, a hit on the arm, a blocking foul, like a whatever hit on the arm foul, everything. She just comes late and is like, Caitlin's not getting a layup. Jumps sideways into her, takes her arms out, knocks Caitlin on the ground, and then stops because she...
Fan reactions. The internet goes nuclear. The internet lost its mind. Here's a quick tour of what people were posting within minutes of Stephanie's statement. Finally, someone said it. Caitlin's been getting hacked every game, and the refs don't care. Imagine LeBron getting treated like this his rookie year. WNBA refs gotta go. The disrespect is crazy. Glad Stephanie White isn't afraid to call them out. Hashtags were trending immediately. Protect Caitlin, Jatuta, fire. The refs. Let them play and the memes? Legendary. One viral post showed a picture of a ref with sunglasses and a cane, captioned, WNBA refs, watching Caitlin get fouled 47 times a game. Another had a screenshot of Stephanie White speaking with fake subtitles saying, I'm about to risk my whole paycheck for Caitlin Clark's safety. It was beautiful.
It is kind of interesting that Caitlin Clark hasn't been to the free throw line at all.
He double standard. Would this happen to a male rookie? Let's have a real talk moment. Would this ever happen to a male rookie in the NBA? Not a chance. When LeBron James came into the NBA, refs gave him superstar calls by Game 3. Steph Curry was protected by the league as he rose to stardom. But Caitlin, even after selling out arenas, even after breaking viewership records, even after making opposing cities richer from ticket sales, she's still getting disrespected. It's a clear double standard. And Stephanie White called it out without hesitation. That's why this moment matters. It's not just about one bad game or one bad call. It's about a system that's been letting female athletes, even the best of them, get pushed around while the world watches. Not anymore.
The best passing connection I can remember since John Stockton was feeding Karl Malone back in the...
Why Stephanie White is the perfect coach for this fight. Let's give Stephanie White her flowers right now. She's not just a coach. She's a former WNBA player. She's been in the trenches. She knows exactly how this works. She saw the disrespect, not just as a coach, but as a former player who lived through this same garbage. And here's the genius of what she did. By speaking out, she didn't just defend Caitlin Clark. She defended the integrity of the entire WNBA, Stephanie White. Made it clear that this isn't just about one superstar rookie. It's about raising the standard for everyone. She basically told the refs, the league office, and the media, "Step up your game, or we'll expose you every night on national TV." Conspiracy time. Is this a setup to keep Caitlin in check? Now you know we've got to talk conspiracy theories, because sports fans don't miss anything. One theory going around? The WNBA doesn't want Caitlin to dominate the narrative this early, because it could make the league look one-dimensional. The fear is that it would be Caitlin's WNBA instead of the WNBA. So how do you stop that? Simple. Let her get pushed around. Let her get frustrated. Throw off her game. Make her less of a headline. Sound crazy? Maybe. Sound possible? Absolutely. When leagues want balance, they lean on officiating to control narratives. We've seen it in the NBA. We've seen it in the NFL. Why wouldn't it happen here? The problem? They underestimated Caitlin Clark, and they definitely underestimated Stephanie White. What happens next? The future of WNBA officiating. Here's what I think is about to happen. Referees are going to be under a microscope now. Every missed call on Caitlin, expect it to be clipped, slowed down, reposted 50 times online. The WNBA office is going to have to issue a statement or risk a full PR meltdown. Other coaches? They might start speaking up too. Stephanie White just opened the floodgates. Caitlin Clark's popularity going up. Every foul she takes now becomes a moment. The league's credibility on the line. And most importantly, this could be the start of real change. Not just for Caitlin Clark, but for all women athletes who are sick of being treated like side characters in their own story. Call to action. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think WNBA refs have been deliberately targeting Caitlin Clark? Did Stephanie White just save the league's reputation by calling them out? Or do you think the disrespect is just beginning? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more sports drama breakdowns, and hit that bell icon so you don't miss the next chapter in Caitlin Clark's journey. Because if there's one thing we know now, she's done being disrespected, and we're all here for it. See you in the next one.